Hi, do you want to tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Daniel Goriola. I'm a 60-metre hurdler and 110-metre hurdler, and this month I'm under the spotlight.
Tell us a little bit about your journey as a hurdler. What got you into it and what's kept you in it for so long?
To be honest, I all started athletics in primary school. My mum noticed that I was just really fast, always running on the playground, beating all my friends in races. In sports days, I used to always come first every single year from primary school. So parents would notice that and they'd let my mum know about it, and then she was really keen on getting me into an athletics club from young. So I started joining athletics clubs, just learning about the sport in general. At that time, I was always interested in sprints. That was always my passion, looking up to 𝗬𝗵𝗲, obviously fastest man in the world, loving him, watching him run. I always wanted to be a sprinter growing up. As I got older, when I went to 𝗬𝗵𝗃 grammar in year 7, I started off. My first race was actually 60-metre hurdles, and I hadn't hurdled at all at the time. Didn't know what I was doing. They just saw me as a tall, fast guy. Just put me on the hurdles, jump over, had no technique. So I tried it, seemed fun, won my race. Then from then on it became history, just kept practicing, got better at it. I did multiple events, to be fair. Did 100 sometimes, 200, 300. Was good at 300 and then realized 400 wasn't for me. So then I switched to hurdles around year 11, year 10, under 17 times. And then that's when it really kicked off.
And the rest is history. You obviously had some great success, as you can see with your medal here. You've had multiple national senior championships and you're reigning BUCS champion for indoor and outdoor hurdles, as well as success off the track, recently announcing yourself as an Adidas athlete. How do you stay grounded and level-headed amongst all the success at such a young age?
I just know I haven't fully made it yet. The dream for me has always been to get to Olympics. And I know that God has to keep me humble. I always serve him when I'm running on and off the track. So I know there's always ways I can better myself and become a better athlete. I haven't made it yet. There's still a long way to go. I still have a lot to improve on, even though I have a lot of goods. My coaches always keep me grounded and keep me humble and help me to know that there's so much more that I can still do and so much more that I still have yet to prove, which hopefully I'll do one day. Athletics
is known for a lot of stereotypes around certain ethnic groups being better suited for certain events, and especially as black people, we're sometimes pigeonholed when it comes to something like track. Have you ever had any issues or been confronted with these kind of problems, perhaps maybe profiled, or have you ever felt that your hard work has been undermined in any way?
Well, I'd say not to a high extent. Obviously, people would see me as being a black colour, would say, oh, you're fast because you're tall and black, you have an advantage. But people don't really understand the hard work that goes behind the scenes. It's one thing being talented, but it gets to a level where everyone's talent is so similar and you really have to work hard. It's really the hard work, what you do behind the scenes, stuff that no one talks about, the stuff that no one wants to do. You have to do the extra to really be at the top of your game and to be able to outperform your opponents. So athletics is really mental as well as physical. So people can just look at your skin, look at your height, think you're just going to be good based off that and your talent, but there's so much more to it than just that. And those that do athletics would really be able to understand.
How have you found balancing being an athlete with your academic responsibilities? And do you think that being a black person and kind of coming from the upbringing that a lot of us have with education has had a major influence on your path?
Oh, 100%. My parents are really pushy. Obviously coming from a black background, always wanting to strive for excellence, doing well academically, and they didn't know my athletic potential until later, but once they realized it, they were really pushing me. My mum's one of my biggest supporters, if not my biggest supporter, always sending me posts to keep motivated, telling me to do this, do that, certain exercises every single day, even when I don't want to. It can get frustrating. She still keeps me motivated, keeps me grounded. Always, I know to work hard academically as well, but since I know that this sport is never guaranteed, injuries, not reaching your potential, anything can happen, things out of your control can happen in the sport, so it's important to make sure that education side of things is well grounded, and I have that covered too, just in case.
And how far would you like to take education alongside obviously your aspirations with sport?
Well, I know that athletics will be a short-term career, maybe it'll be 10 to 15 years max. So I'd definitely want to take education to the point that I'll be able to get a good stable job and be able to work afterwards and make money.
What has been one of your lowest points whilst being a hurdler, and what has that moment taught you?
Well, I dislocated my shoulder 2022. That was right before I wanted to try and get into European under-18s for Great Britain. And after that happened, my motivation to be fair, it actually rose up quite a lot because I was so desperate to get to Europeans. But it's also hearing people say, oh, you're not going to make it, your shoulder won't heal in time, that was very demoralizing. It's one of those ones I wanted to prove a point, saying, no, I can do it, I can come back stronger. I just need to put in the work and have the ethic and mindset to believe that I can come back stronger. So I just listened to my physio, did all the exercises he told me to do. Yes, it was really hard to get back. I was rusty. I wasn't in the same shape as I was before injury, but me and my coach knew about that. We were working so hard to get me fit for it. And honestly, that's probably one of my proudest moments as an athlete, being able to recover from that shoulder dislocation and be able to get to Europeans, which that was my dream. That was my first GB vest as well. So it was a really big thing to me. And that was a really difficult period to overcome because it was affecting my education too, because revising for exams was so difficult to balance with trying to train to get to Europeans and recover from that shoulder dislocation, because it happened twice as well, so it was really serious. But when I managed to get through that, I realized I could get through all things.
After your recent BUCS Indoor gold medal defense and looking forward to both your short-term and long-term future, what goals do you say you have for yourself, and what are you most looking forward to in terms of where you want to take your career as a hurdler?
Well, now that I'm a senior athlete, no longer under 20, I want to be able to make European teams, world teams. I want to be able to get to finals and make a statement so that more people know about my name. I want to really showcase my ability to the rest of the world and just prove a point. But obviously, like I said, my main goal is to get to the Olympics. And obviously the next one now will be LA 2028. So it's important that I prepare for that and get ready for that and make sure that I'm in shape to even be able to get there.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much for your time. And this month, you've been under the spotlight.
Thank you very much for having me.